Hey, everybody, and welcome to Yellowbird Hotline, the podcast where your favorite hot sauce company answers questions from our fans, whether or not we're actually qualified to do so. In previous episodes, I said 10 minutes or less, but there's no way that we can talk for that short amount of time. You can get your questions answered by the Yellowbird team by calling 855-700-BIRD. That's 855-700-BIRD.
We're sorry, and you're welcome.
And you're welcome. The questions don't have to be about hot sauce. In fact, we would prefer if these questions were not about hot sauce.
Cold sauce questions only.
Cold sauce, all sorts of things.
Al gazpacho all the time.
You guys are all looking real good today. Can I say that? Y'all are looking real. Is that a Bon Jovi shirt, Kelsey?
It's an Elton John shirt. For
Oh.
for those at home who are listening as an audio medium, it is an Elton John shirt. It's very vibrant for my clothing choices. So
You
I'm
had your
excited.
cardigan covered up just perfectly.
Yeah, I only saw the O-N and the J-O, and so it looked like I thought Bon Jovi.
Listen,
Bonjo.
it's
Bonjo.
cardigan weather, whether you want it to be or not.
Yeah, high of 81 degrees in Austin today. Cardigan weather.
Cover those arms.
Well, speaking of cardigan weather, I have got a real banger queued up for our first thing today. I got to share my audio. I realized I did not do that.
Yes.
So I got a real banger queued up for our first question today. Are you ready?
Ready.
Me.
Yes.
Or not.
Hey guys, this is Mark, first time listener, long time caller. Question I have is, we know cereal is a grain and we know milk is a liquid. Once you put cereal into milk, does that make a soup? All right, I'm going to hang up and listen.
Okay, so Mark,
So
thanks
first
for calling. And the nature of this question is cereal soup? This is another hotly contested one on the internet. Maybe Mark just wanted our take on it.
We've already gone through, a lot of extensive research as to if a hot dog is a sandwich. So I feel like we're reopening an old wound, but I think we're ready. I think we're ready to do it. Cereal is cereal. I don't know that it could be soup because there's no such thing as cereal weather.
And I don't want to brag, but I woke up this morning and did a mixture and solubility science experiment with my 5th grader. And I'm here to tell you that soup has to have solutes in it, has to have things dissolved in it, as far as I'm concerned. Whether that's just like salt and paprika, I don't care. But like without a broth, without like that, some kind of like solution in there,
Well,
I don't think that counts.
here's the thing. Vis-a-vis solutes. I did a little bit of reading about
Oh boy.
even on the
Jesus.
internet, because I had the benefit of knowing the question ahead of time, and the argument about the soluble items in the broth is like you put milk and cereal together, right? Now, when you're done eating your cereal, you've got cereal milk, which is different than the original milk you had. You might have like
Cocoa
chocolate
Puff.
flavor, chocolate flavor dissolved in. I think that the internet seems to think that cereal, it could be argued that cereal is soup. Now, I think that this probably goes back to the previous discussion that we had about like, is a hamburger a sandwich? Technically a hamburger is a sandwich, but I think it's about the expectation of like, when I say, hey, would you like some soup? And you say, yes, I would love some soup. If I brought you a bowl of cereal, you would knock it over and you would be right to do so. You would break my bowl.
Cereal, though, is the grain. It's just the stuff in the box. When you add it to milk or to a liquid of any kind, with the weird people that maybe drink or eat cereal and water, then it becomes a version of soup.
Again,
Tough.
I appreciate the thought process. That's very linear logic. I appreciate that. I can't rally behind the idea that cereal milk is broth. And
Yeah.
without that,
Well, I can't. I can't.
I'm a no.
I can't. It's a no for me, dog. I can't rally behind that idea either. And I think a lot of these sorts of questions are really questions about like what it's really like about what the expectation is. What do you expect when somebody says this word? Like if I say like there are a lot of things. Me and Aaron talk about this like all the time. There are a lot of things in the.
That's how we know you guys are going to make it.
Yeah,
Constant soup talk.
There are a lot of things, not this thing, but like this other thing. There are a lot of things in the produce aisle.
For the soul. That's our next book.
There are a lot of things in the produce aisle at the grocery store that are labeled as vegetables, like in the grocery store. Like an avocado and tomatoes, these things are labeled as vegetables. People would be like, hey, I'm getting vegetables for a salad. They would put things like tomatoes and avocados in that group, where I'm saying like they're botanically, these things are fruits, right? So like, is a tomato a fruit is the same kind of question as is cereal and milk a soup? Like technically you could make an argument that it is soup, but I think that like, if we're talking about like, I want, I like to put fruit in my salad. If people say I like to put fruit in my salad, you imagine like a spring salad with like strawberries in it or like blueberry, right?
Well, it's kind of like right now we're recording this conversation and we're going to put it on the internet, which technically makes it a podcast. But at the same time, we're talking about soup. So does it though?
I really don't know.
I really want to know if I'm more of an if then. So if cereal is in fact soup, then I would say alphabet soup is definitely cereal.
So I think now this is a hot take, because if you look at
SpaghettiOs are hot cereal.
I can get down with that. Well, okay, what is the SpaghettiO made with? Is it made with the grain?
Well, yeah.
Well,
yeah. Oh,
spaghetti.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, show of hands. If you've ever had spaghetti,
you can't do show of hands.
Audio medium.
Yeah,
oh my goodness gracious! Yeah. Then the eyes have it. No, like, yay or nay? Have you ever had SpaghettiOs for breakfast?
Yep.
Daniel?
Yes.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Cold SpaghettiOs too. Cold SpaghettiOs I used to eat them.
Yeah, I mean, if you've had it straight out of the can, then you know what, like,
Is
real life is.
You've
struggled.
I had Chef Boyardee. I've had Chef Boyardee for every conceivable meal at some point. So okay. Here's the thing. Like
to the chef.
the first time, and Chef Boyardee is just like in my kitchen, just doing like the kiss, chef's kiss.
Oh my God, there he is. I see him.
I'd love to meet him.
The thing that I focused in on and could not like get myself away from the first time I listened to this voicemail was Mark said, when you add cereal to milk, which gave me a mental image of Mark pouring milk into an empty bowl.
Also,
I imagined Mark. Hold on. I imagined Mark. Mark, I imagined you pouring cereal. I imagined you pouring milk into an empty bowl like a psychopath, and then pouring cereal on top of it. Can we talk about that?
That's poor milk management, man. Like, you're never going to put the right amount of milk in your bowl, first and foremost. And how much time do you want to spend with your spoon, mixing it with the milk?
I mean,
I could get equal amounts if I did milk first, but that just feels weird.
It feels weird to me. Yeah.
I think that's too chaotic. The morning is a really precious time, and you're going to get some splashback no matter what you do if you're not holding your cereal at the right angle. And it's not worth it, Mark. It's not worth it. We got to go bowl. You also don't get the satisfying ASMR sound of your cereal hitting that bowl. The little ding, ding, ding.
Oh yeah, the little plane.
True. Yeah.
Ooh,
the sounds are very important to the cereal
experience. Yeah.
And I will say, like, for me, I just, like, in general, I'm always kind of like dry ingredients first, wet after, right? No matter what we're doing. I mean, if I'm putting my toothpaste on my toothbrush, I don't wet the toothbrush first. I wet it after I put the toothpaste on there.
You don't wet the toothbrush first?
No.
Oh man. Am I
Do
doing
you?
it? Yeah, I wet the toothbrush first.
No.
Oh, man.
And after. Yeah, I think I.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah. I like there's a lot of water involved in the tooth. I mean, we're going off the reservation a little bit, but
Is mouthwash a soup?
is mouthwash a soup? Probably not. Oh man.
What, are you adding anything to it? Are there dry ingredients being added?
There are solutes in mouthwash for sure.
Solutes is,
basically
I don't
broth.
believe solutes is a real word. Y'all are just
I don't
saying
think
it to
it's
give
a
it
real word
legitimacy.
either, but it sounds kind of smart.
I just feel like
Daniel
it
said
sounds
it.
like diluting something, which I salute cereal.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to move on to the next one, but let's get some votes here. Is cereal soup? George is gonna vote no. Daniel?
Aaron?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah. Cereal is a version of soup.
Kelsey?
No, just because emotionally I'm not ready to make that jump.
Daniel, you said no as well?
I say no.
I think the no's have it. I think from the Yellowbird crew, from this
I
group
love
of
being
4
the
people.
underdog.
Yeah. the no's have it for now, but we've got another question where we've got to pick a side. People are just calling in asking us to pick sides, which we love. That is exactly what we want. Like, please call in 855-700-BIRD and ask us to pick sides on something. Ask us to pick
really
sides on anything.
This
We
debate
want
is really
we
appropriate.
want to argue with each other. Here's
Team
another
Edward. There you go. I said it. Team Edward.
theme. Okay, that's a whole other podcast. I think.
Wow.
Yellowbird for president.
But okay, here's the next one where we're gonna get on teams. We might all have a different opinion because this is a four-way. Four-way choice, guys. Listen up. Question number 2.
Oh no.
Hey Yellowbird, this is Roy. I've been buying stuff for a while now. It's really good. I like it. My wife really likes it. We like that Serrano sauce. Hey, we were talking about this over the weekend, but who's the best Ninja Turtle? Yeah, who is it? Thanks.
Hey, first of all, thank you for calling it. I started again. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling in, Roy. I like that his favorite sauce was the green one, and it's a Ninja Turtles.
A theme.
The green theme, mean green.
Thematic.
So favorite Ninja Turtle. Let me just review the Ninja Turtles real quick in case anybody's forgotten. We got Leonardo, who's kind of the leader. He's sort of the tactician of the group.
What color is his little?
He's blue. Yeah, I'm gonna go through all of that.
Okay, thank you.
He's got the blue mask and he's got swords. So Leonardo, he's the leader, tactical guy. He's usually the guy who comes up with the plan, and he's got the 2 swords, blue mask. All right. Michelangelo, I think we all know. Michelangelo is the dude who loves pizza. He's a party. He's a party. He's a jokester guy. He's the kind of the teenager of the group. Like, he's the forever teenager. He puts the teenage in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's got the orange. He's got the orange headband, and he's got what does he got? He's got
nunchucks, dude.
Nunchucks. Yeah, Michelangelo's got nunchucks. Then we got Donatello. So Donatello's got the bow staff, right? He's got the bow staff guy, and he's like the engineering scientist, inventor. As the song says, Donatello does machines, which is, I guess, the jingle writer's way of saying that he's the scientist inventor type. Pretty level-headed dude, and he has got the purple mask and the bow staff. All right. Then we got Raphael.
He's cool but cruel.
He's cool but cruel. Yeah. Raphael is like the anti-hero of the Ninja Turtles. He's the real moody one. He's always like, he's like the lone wolf, like doesn't really want to be a team player. They always got to get Raphael on their side. Raphael has got what does he got here? He's got the sai, so he's got the daggers and the sai, and he's got blue, right? Raphael's blue.
I thought somebody else was blue.
Leonardo was blue.
Raphael is, oh God, what is Raphael?
He's red.
Red. Yeah, you got it. Raphael's red.
Raphael
So
red.
we're choosing between the turtles. Now, I'll lead off and say that like Michelangelo was always my favorite, but the question was, who is the best? And that might be a different question. I think Michelangelo was always my favorite, so I'm easily prepared to say that like, who's my favorite Ninja Turtle? it was always
I think
Michelangelo.
we're gonna have to clarify some of these things too, right? Because like some of the ancillary characters, like Casey Jones, not an honorary turtle. Splinter, not a turtle, right?
I think we're just
April,
talking about the
not a turtle. We're
I
just
think we're
talking about
just
the
talking about
four
the
core turtles.
the core four, and not the
Heroes.
female.
Recording.
They added a female Ninja Turtle and
Oh, they did. Yeah.
for like
Yeah,
a hot minute, and then they
Voiced by
deleted her.
Leslie Jones.
they.
Actually, that was a
Wow.
lie. I'm sorry.
So yeah, we're choosing. I think we're choosing the best Ninja Turtle between the. I'd be interested in everybody's favorite turtle.
Oh, mine was Leonardo all the way. He was the spiritual one and the most level-headed. I was like, you guys need to shut up and listen to Leonardo. He knows what he's doing here, guys.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah, like tubular, totally. Nope. Okay.
That was spot on.
Yeah, you got it. When I was
Agreed.
little, I was like very Raphael. I was like Team Raph because I was starting to take Tang Sudo when I was in elementary school. So I would
Oh,
watch
God.
the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, dude. And Raphael was the most serious. And I was like, I'm serious about this. I'm going to take this seriously.
Mm.
And so Raph was my guy.
All right.
I also
Kelsey?
never understood like how those size worked until I watched that Elektra movie with what's her face, Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer
Oh,
Garner
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Never heard of
Yeah. I would say like TMNT for me, my primary introduction and lifespan was that my brother was really into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we're very close in age, and he had the action figures, and I basically made them best friends with my Barbies because my Barbies had a pink Jeep, and the turtles could also fit in the Jeep, so they were friends. And I don't remember much. I do remember, I will say that like Splinter actually was the best of the action figures, but he's not included. So Michelangelo, based on that knowledge alone, was the most fun because he was holding a pizza box, and you would load a whole pizza like disc in his back, and if you pressed his arm down, it would shoot the pizza out.
Yeah.
So I really don't remember any of the action figures having as exciting of an action. And obviously like the Barbies could also enjoy that pizza. So really that's my very, snow globe knowledge growing up with the action figures. But I will say, I do think it's important to have machinery and have technical specs. So Donatello might be more important to me now, as I've aged and realized that, you can't just go out empty-handed.
So we've each
With the pizza.
chosen a turtle, but we've each chosen a different turtle among the four. So we've got all of, I guess, who our favorites are. If I had to pick the best turtle, I mean, Aaron, I might agree with you. If I was going to go with best turtle, that Leonardo, you got to have Leonardo for the turtles to work at all.
So is it ironic to anybody else that like the CEO is like, well, you can't have a team without a leader? I mean, golly, obviously the leader is the best.
I realize how self-serving that comment is after the fact.
I do think.
Yeah,
I think
it would have been hard for them to pull off the because I was heavy into turtles, right? I watched the show. I had
heavy into turtles.
There was a family down the street that had kids that were like 2 years older than ours, so we always like went to their garage sales when they were done with like a certain era of toy. We would like buy them at their garage sale, and we got a bunch of the turtles action figures. They also had like a vehicle that shot pizzas, which was pretty cool, which was actually pretty painful as well. Like that thing
the pizza shooting was big. Like that,
big.
They ran with that. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I remember getting like a McDonald's toy at one point that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was Raphael on a skateboard with like a shoulder mounted like rocket launcher. And I don't remember what he shot out. I don't think it was a rocket. It may have just been like a stick.
Pizza crust.
Yeah, but, ooh, pizza bones.
I think, I mean, best turtle, like it's gonna seem overdone, but I do think like the pizza element was really special to TMNT, and like you could buy like a bow themed with anything. I don't know. They didn't have a Barbie bow when I was growing up. They probably have one now. But pizza was a big part that brought them together. They all enjoyed it. Went through the 90s, had a lot of pizza parties. So I think Michelangelo is probably the best because, he's keeping it fun. He's keeping
He
it
might
relevant
be-
for the kids.
He might be the heart of
He
the
might be like the
Turtles.
quintessential, yeah, like he might be the
Mm.
quintessential. That is a good point, that he is kind of like the spirit of the Ninja Turtles.
Gather around the pie.
Dude, I could not in the original when was the original movie? 93 or something? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, or 1990 when that movie came out, and I went to see it with my karate class in the theater, and we all wore our like karate stuff. And Turtles in Time was like what a terrible great movie. But
What a
like when
wonderful movie.
but the original
And you skipped right over the one that had Vanilla Ice,
Vanilla
by the
Ice,
way.
Secret of the Ooze
yeah, you're right.
was-
Secret of the Ooze
definitely
was strong. That was like a strong 90s movie. But like in the original Turtles movie that had all the like the Splinter origin story and Shredder and all that sort of stuff, like where they really followed the original kind of like Turtles storyline. Raphael was like, I just couldn't stand him in that movie. I couldn't stand him in the original movie.
Raph.
Yeah.
Until Michelangelo got hurt, right? Because he was the one that sat by the tub the whole time, like when they were out. Oh man, this is
When
terrible.
Casey Jones was out and he was in there, yeah.
Yeah. They went out to like the farm,
Yep.
and like April was
heal-
writing, and
To
yeah,
heal and come back to their spiritual center.
and Raph was out there like taking care of
Yeah.
Michelangelo the whole time. He
I'm
really
glad
had a turnaround.
Memory of it.
Because Raphael realized that without Michelangelo, the turtles are nothing. Hence, Michelangelo.
So really, it's great that we all have different vests, and that means turtle power, y'all.
Turtle power. That's where we got to cut it off, guys. I think we're out of time, and the verdict of this whole podcast is turtle power. Know what I'm saying? Y'all can, you can get your questions answered by calling 855-700-BIRD. That's 855-700-BIRD. And don't forget to hug your dogs and stay spicy out there, y'all. Bye-bye.
Hug your turtles.